So, we're making an org.
Pretty much.
And ready, a little fake out. Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Holy shit, man. Holy shit. What do you think something that could be an issue for us down the line?
OTK will now be opening up a third-party investigation into Mizkif.
He was there for me when we barely knew each other.
He was called out by Ice Poseidon for using a variety of slurs.
I woke up to asking me who the was in the car, and I'm like, what car is talking about?
Mizkif is not OTK. OTK is OTK. One person's actions does not define the entire org.
Unfortunately for OTK, yet again they are facing serious accusations around another one of their founders, this time being Rich Campbell.
We're actually likable, unlike the rest of OTK.
Some of us.
Some of us. 2 out of 3 people here are likable.
I mean, Rich was one of my best friends.
We're a new org. These things happen.
This is a story of multiple kings who fell one by one until there was only one left. So OTK had a few assault allegations, just a few. You probably already know, but Rich Campbell was accused of something a lot worse than sexual assault. And as the tweets were being sent out, and he glanced down at his phone, realizing that his life is over. I know what you guys were thinking. Who is Rich Campbell?
Question, do you know who I am?
Rich wasn't the face of OTK, but he did start the company. Without getting into his origin story,
Rich grew up in Atlantic City in the 90s.
Enough of that. I'll summarize it very quickly. Rich started a World of Warcraft podcast and then met Asmongold. They hit it off and created OTK with their friends. He then went on to create an anime podcast. He dated Mia Malkova, and he's friends with Dylan and Cole Sprouse. What a life to throw away, huh? But this was just one of the many controversies the company faced. After having to deal with so many of them in a short amount of time, a lot of people were asking, is this the end of OTK? But OTK's problem started way before any of this. Anybody remember that anniversary stream?
Alright, so the event fucking sucked, right? The event fucking sucked.
Welcome to the OTK 1-year anniversary event.
She told me not to throw the cake.
It was filled with technical difficulties like lag, a lackluster reveal for Seer, which was then followed by even more technical difficulties when the reveal video played without any sound. And of course, a lot of unnecessary drama.
So. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Oh, my bad. I thought this was E-Rob's house.
No.
Thanks. Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Here, I'll take the mic.
I don't know what to say.
But wait, it gets worse. When they did decide to partner up with a more professional production company, the content came out more professional, but it suffered from being boring.
Very promising with these Kickstarters. People worry about.
And did I mention it gets worse? OTK then came out with their own PC company called Starforge Systems. However, there were problems when the fans found the announcement lackluster, they didn't like some of the parts being used, and a lot of people were upset about the price. And this was made even worse when the mods were perma-banning anybody who was critical of the announcement. Oh, and it gets worse. What then followed were allegations of Mizkif covering up sexual assault and Ice Poseidon leaking the N-word logs, followed by other OTK members catching flack for even vouching for Mizkif. I already did a video on this, but what I didn't cover was that god-awful return stream. It felt like he was making light of the whole situation.
I am a master at cover-ups and reconstruction.
Me too, for 4 years.
And when all the pressure is on and the world is watching, why would you do this?
Sexual harassment is against the law.
It gets worse. Right after Rich left the company, Jay Schlatt left the company.
Oh, he's a Nazi?
Jay Schlatt is a guy that doesn't really make a lot of content and almost never streams, and yet he's basically in every single thumbnail. He drove all the engagement to OTK's YouTube channel, and he was a money-making machine. Right now their channel looks like Slash channel plus friends. It was honestly a massive loss, but wait, it gets worse.
What's the probability that the government wants to frame the Tate brothers? I don't know, probably 50%. You know, the way that they tried to, fuck with Martin Luther King and people like that.
Jesus Christ!
Asmongold.
Those are the best ones, right? Is whenever I have an opinion about something and everybody gets fucking pissed off about it.
Now, does this mean this is the end of OTK? Well, even the people making these videos don't believe that.
I think OTK will be fine. It's a lot of stains.
This is not the end of OTK, but the end of Rich Campbell's career, just like the first assault allegation was the end of Slick's career. Your organization has its own reputation, separate from its members, but it can only take so many hits. Because eventually, people will start associating the brand with the bad characteristics of its members. But the company has been on top of each controversy.
And Rich is no longer a part of OTK, effective yesterday.
After the Rich allegations, he was immediately removed. After the scuffed anniversary event, OTK partnered with WePlay to produce better quality content. After the backlash they got for the prices of Starforge systems, OTK immediately addressed it and cut the prices. After there were allegations of a cover-up towards Mizkif, they hired a third-party investigator that couldn't find any evidence and cleared him. OTK then went on to discipline Mizkif for his past comments and for that return stream, which Mizkif himself came out and sincerely apologized for. And after making that dumb comment about MLK, Asmongold put his pride on the side and apologized for that as well.
I hate having to go on and say that I was wrong. I hate it. But it was stupid. I shouldn't have said it. That's all there is to it.
And that's how you handle these allegations, by addressing these issues as soon as they occur and doing so in a meaningful way, by being empathetic.
I hate you.
And also reserving judgment and holding their own members accountable.
I hope you die.
So then, what should OTK do from here?
We need to start talking about what is next.
They need to add quality content creators, and the process for picking them needs to be careful. Who knows how many more issues could come up with other OTK members, but they have shown they are capable. Bruce is becoming more and more popular, and he gives them a bridge into the WL community. And Soda Poppin is a big name that doesn't really do anything. He just stays home and he's dating a JPEG. They also need more YouTube content. OTK has produced a lot of different shows and they were mostly good, but it feels like something's missing. The draw of being in Oregon, having some members living together, is being able to make content with all of your members. Everyone interacting with each other is a big draw. OTV is doing archery and camping, while OTK is having office meetings.
We filmed that like 5 weeks ago. I went home and I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna turn that into? After it fucking has been made and put on YouTube, I still don't fucking know what the hell they turned it into.
And finally, they need a face of the company. I don't mind Asmon making the comments that he does, but at the same time, he then can't be the face of your company. You need someone who's a big enough draw and sponsor friendly. Basically the John Cena of OTK. And if Miz keeps taking what he's taking and stays out of trouble, you might be able to earn that trust back and fill that role. And that's it. And that closes this chapter on the One True King.